hope it's too loud. You want me to turn it down? Now to know that you can hear it from the bleachers. Go tell the teacher.
Before Suicide Boys became the most hyped white boys in the rap game since Slim Shady, selling out shows throughout the United States.
Suicide nighttime, no, we don't fight crime, oh. It's a great fighting nine with the real red eyes and we dying inside, oh.
Before Scrim and Ruby joined G59 Records, collaborating with Denzel Curry, Puya, Black Smurf, and Young Simi.
Right, come off with that llama, codeine up in my kidneys, got that smoke like a sauna.
Before Suicide Boys, devilish lyrics were repeated by audiences word for word throughout the states, with tens of millions of plays and over 300,000 followers on SoundCloud.
Surreal feeling. It's hard for me to put into words like what my life was and what they have changed it to.
Before Suicide Boys, fans went nuts over their newest track, I No Longer Fear the Razor, Guarding My Heel 3, getting 1.8 million plays in just 2 weeks. The New Orleans Cousins loved rap since they were kids, but realized that the guys on the album covers didn't look anything like them. So they decided to take more traditional roots in punk and DJ. A decade later, with Ruby and bands going nowhere fast, and Scrim a pill-popping furniture salesman, the two needed a change, taking the term do or die to a whole new level. Their dark rap helped the Cousins battle their own demons and gave them a reason to get ahead. What's going on, guys? My name's Michael McCrudden, documenting the life and career of Suicide Boys prior to fame, here for you on Before They're Famous. Now, we've done videos on other New Orleans rappers like Kevin Gates and Currency. Be sure to check those out, but in the meantime, let me know in the comments down below who you want me to document next.
Take a shot of your own piss.
Okay.
Good.
Good. Do it for the 5-9.
Scrim was born Scott Arsenault Jr. back in 1989, a year before his cousin, Aristos Petru, aka Ruby DeCherry. Their moms were sisters and came from the gutters of New Orleans. The two cousins grew up together in the east and west banks of the city, where a neighborhood could go from heaven to hell in just a few blocks. Being white kids growing up with all black friends, they picked up shooting hoops and listening to rap early on, but were way too self-conscious to try rapping themselves. Lil Wayne was an idol to the young boys with tracks like The Block Is Hot, blowing their minds, but these two string beans looked hella different from their hero. For now, anyway.
Side Boys, New Orleans, 7 Wars, West Bank, Northside.
You'd think the two cousins would band together and chase their own musical interests together, but they went down very different paths. Ruby, he could play any instrument thrown into his hands and gravitated to what angsty white teens do best, punk music. Scrim, on the other hand, took the technical route and honed his DJ and songwriting skills.
I was 13 playing drums in a band, and like I remember the singer like counting off like 1, 2, 3, 4, and I was like just ready to throw up.
Yeah. Ruby played in underground punk bands and battled depression for years. His bandmates seemed more interested in getting wasted than working on their music, and a lot of them were rich white kids that weren't hungry enough. This left Ruby to take care of the business side of things all on his own. While Ruby was trying to make his punk bands work, Scrim started to DJ with a set given to him when he was 13. He would spin at parties in high school, and even though he's a wild one now, he was straight edge for a long time. That is until friends offered him a Vicodin after his grandfather had died to help him cheer up and get high.
World Star!
The problem was he kept chasing that high and got hooked on opiates by the time he was 17. Again, fueled by idols like Lil Wayne, who lived off purple drink, he felt he was in good company.
No, I don't wanna know.
Now, I myself have tasted the Purple Dragon. I gotta say, it's a beautiful stuff.
And you're just putting it right down the hatch. Okay.
In college, he started hosting mixtape sessions and used money he had from selling pills to buy himself a proper laptop. From there, he started crafting beats and sending them out to everyone in the biz. He was also working a 9-to-5 as a furniture salesman and had been there for 3 years when he was fired because of his tattoos. Ruby saw what his cuz was doing on his spare time and liked what he heard. After spending 10 years in failed punk bands and depressed with working shit jobs, it was time for a change. Ruby wanted to rap, was too afraid to do it alone, and wanted to convince Scrim to do it with him.
First we were doing solo stuff,
Yeah.
but then whenever we did songs together, they sounded way better, so we started doing shit together all the time.
Initially, Scrim wasn't interested in rapping, but he came around and the two teamed up in 2014. They threw themselves into this new music dream, never wanting to work another 9-to-5 again, and promising if it didn't pan out, they'd kill themselves. making it one of the most romantic suicide pacts since these guys.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. You didn't do it!
You didn't do it either!
As they worked on tracks, Scribb tried kicking his opium addiction and fought through withdrawal symptoms for 20 days before turning to heroin. Within months, he went from snorting to shooting up a gram a day and hiding it from Ruby. His cousin told him he'd never judge him, but if he kept lying to him, the Suicide Boys, well, they would be done. And if they were done, that's not going to be good. Luckily, he kicked the H and the two stayed together, keeping each other's depression and addiction in check while building their empire. Slick Sloth, Audie Nuff, the Snow, Leopard, Young Scarecrow, Young Mutt, whatever you call them, these two are on the brink of something big. As for the rest of the story, well, you know the story because this is before they're famous. My name is Mike McCrudden and we make all sorts of celebrity bios on here. You guys requested this one, not only in the comments but also on Instagram and on Twitter. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to let us know who's next and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already to this channel. We make all sorts of bio videos. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.